The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Alrighty, well, welcome back to the Dirt Racing Network. This time, our live coverage of the Hoosier Open Wheel Series. I would have announced that we were doing this show, but if I'm going to be 100% honest, I did not know we were doing this show. This is a last-minute fill-in. Kind of a favor for a friend here, doing our buddy Tim over at Tim Sims a solid tonight. 410 non-wing sprint cars. This is the season finale for this series. And I'm seeing about 13, 14 drivers checked in. Several of these names I recognize from all over series in iRacing. Wade Fields is here. Bruce Klingen, Alex Scherzinski, Logan Rumsey, Vinny Sansone, Tyler Schell, Trevor Royer, Greg LeMay, Skylar Brown. So, great group of drivers. I have not seen these guys in the 410, so I cannot speak on what the 410 non-wing looks like with these guys behind them. But the drivers, I know, plenty capable of handling anything on the dirt. So I expect a great show for you guys tonight. Just waiting on the drivers to get out for practice. Going to give them a couple of minutes. So we'll have opening ceremonies. We'll get ready for kick things off. Like I said, season finale. Do not know who is where in the points. I'm going to try to take a look and see if I can find their points. So give me just a minute. Big shout out to the guys over at the Hillbilly High Banks. I know several of them are over there and they're watching. If the points are correct that I'm looking at, Greg LeMay has a 28-point lead over Trevor Royer and about a 75-point lead over Wade Fields. That's your top three. Then Klingen and Brown are fourth and fifth. Jake Erickson on the track here. Turning some laps. Not sure if this is their qualifying. He got that car way out of shape down there in 3 and 4. Maybe just trying to tune something in on the car and see what it was going to do. All right, now it looks like qualifying is what is on track. So let's pop up the top 10. We will keep our eyes on Jake Erickson. Ryan Caldwell, 14.634 seconds. Quick qualifier right now. Wade Fields just chimed in. And he is, this is actually practice session. That's what we're watching right now, practice session. Drivers out. So Caldwell is quick. Klingen, second to Greg LeMay, just popped to the top. 14.517 for LeMay. Greg LeMay can just about handle all the dirt cars with relative ease and a really steady hand. He's pretty quick here. Caldwell right there is taking that car into the infield. Like I said, I expect to see some pretty good racing here. Rumsey and Roy are the only two cars to have not taken time right now. Got about 14 drivers as more drivers have checked in. Tyler Schell on track. 80. This is the 11 car. Normally see him in the 85. It does have the 85 on it. He just pops the wing off of that 410 Sprinter for these things. Right now, 7th quick for Schell. So we get down here to a couple minutes left in the session. We'll jump over. We'll get ready for opening ceremonies. And then when we come back, we'll get right to the racing. Jason Stenhe popped in there real quick in 10th, but he fell right back out when Jake Erickson bumped him again. Vinny Sansone, the 80 car. See Vinny in a lot of the bigger, more horsepower cars on iRacing, one of the Team SSR drivers. Got the Full Moon Garage on it. We see him in the PRO series a lot on Tuesday nights when they're running. Wade Fields jumped to second quickest in time, 14.549 behind LeMay's 517. So just about everybody's got time in here. We're going to get ready, head over, get our opening ceremonies out of the way. When we come back, these guys will be ready for qualifying and racing. Dean, I'm not sure. I will find out and let you know.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All righty, big thank you to Sam and Johnny Foley. Come back just in time for qualifying to get started. Driver's going to start rolling them out on the track. Greg LeMay will hit the dirt right here. Like I said before, looking at the points for these guys. LeMay, 28 points ahead of Trevor Royer in the current standings. I'm not exactly sure how they score the points, but I think at the end of the night, if Greg LeMay finishes ahead of Trevor Royer, that is probably going to do it. And he will probably be the champion. LeMay, quickest right now, 14.620. Ryan Caldwell, 14.752. Then Bruce Kling and Alex Jasinski and Jake Erickson, the top five. A little slower that time for LeMay, so 6.20. What he's holding on to, 6.78 for Tyler Shell. Out of shape on lap number 3. Did not improve his time. Nobody yet picking up anything better than a 6.20. And LeMay, hey, he's just running some laps right now. He is your quickest. Stenhe got up there to the 4th spot. He is 14.702. That's behind Shell and Royer. Zach Janes jumps to position number 3, 14.682. Just a tick behind Tyler Shell. So Zach Janes, P3 in qualifying right now. Felix Roy, and we saw Felix over in the 410 series just a little bit ago. 14.91 that time, 14th quickest. Oh, clips the tire on the second lap. That will definitely mess up your time and your front end. So that's going to pretty much lock them in right there. Greg LeMay, quickest in qualifying. Tyler Shell, Zach James, Trevor Royer, and Jason Stenhe. Your top 5. And Dean, I'm going to go with this is open. Just because the caliber of drivers in here, I am just going to say that this is open setups for these guys because when you start looking down through here and you see some of these names, I know these guys are all very capable. They're on teams or they're very capable of putting together their own setups for these cars. So Holiday Blast, huh? Okay. Well, we figure something out. That's what we'll do. We'll just do it like we always do it. We'll play it by ear. We'll figure them out. Let's get ready to bring out the first of 3 heats. And our Tim Sims starting lineup goes like this. The Full Moon Garage number 80 of Vinny Sansone will be on the pole and to his outside. And the Wicked Cushion Kinzer Racing Sim Team at number 10 from Greensburg, Indiana, Skylar Brown. Row 2 inside. The Ultimate Dirt TV Black Diamond Motorsports number 90 of Trevor Royer on the inside. On the outside will be the School of Sim Racing Team SSR Elite number 99, your quickest qualifier for the evening from Birdsboro, PA, Greg LeMay. And on the back, the 22 machine of Alex Scherzinski. There he is. It's another Ultimate Dirt TV machine. It's actually the 23 car, not the 22. They have him listed as the 22, but he is the 23. So 5 cars, I'm pretty sure everybody's going into our feature because the top 5 we're going to transfer. So we'll bring everybody in to tonight's 30-lap season finale. Pace truck to the infield, green out of 4. Car on the outside of row number 2, your current points leader. We'll see where he is going to end up tonight. Trevor Royer, second in the points, starting on the inside. That's the white car with the red trim. And a good start for Sansone. Royer works around the bottom. He's going to come away from turn 2 in second. Out of 3 and 4 the first time. Sansone leads it. Skylar Brown now trying to work the top side. He's getting some momentum up there. He's trying to work around Trevor Royer. Royer dead even going into 3 and 4. And if Royer can find some grip coming out of turn 4, he'll hang on to second. He does just that. It's like Greg LeMay running the exact same line up here. Now cuts it down. Good run off the hill, getting alongside. 3 wide into 3 and 4 for second. Royer, Brown, and LeMay all still chasing Vinny Sansone. Sansone keeping the lead. Royer hanging on to second, and he is really working hard to keep Brown behind. That time Brown goes crossover behind him, and I still don't think it was enough. Royer got the right front into the left rear, had to check it up. That's going to relegate him to third. It's going to open it up for LeMay, who slides across, and another right front into the left rear. Now your 2 points leaders hooked up with each other down here in turns 3 and 4. Go back, we're on LeMay, and LeMay got a pretty good run out of 2. You can see Royer had to check up. They get down in here. Royer tried to tight crossover, and LeMay just a little tight on him. Those 2 cars are going to get hooked up. They're going to be able to get away. They will move to 4th and 5th, LeMay and Royer. They'll have Alex Scherzinski in 3rd in front of that. And then it will be Sansone and Brown. So down to 3 laps when we take the green to finish up heat number 1. 3 heats scheduled. All right, pace truck should cut the hard left right here down the back stretch, I would think. He does just that. We're getting ready to go back to green. Sansone, big jump in the middle of the corner, and he's got a giant lead going into 1 and 2 over Brown. Brown was trying to hang on that right rear, see if he could time it up good. Right now, the battle for third. Straczynski's got company. Here's Royer and LeMay both right on top of him. They went 3 wide out of 4 down the front stretch and move Straczynski back to the 5th spot. Royer had third. Now he gives that up to LeMay. White flag this time by, and LeMay and Royer with contact once again. Sansone's still out in front. Big slicing and dicing in 1 and 2 on the final lap of heat number 1, nonetheless. Sansone's going to win it. Brown is second, and right now it looks like it is going to be Trevor Royer, Alex Straczynski, and I think Greg LeMay had damage to the car. He will end up 5th in the heat, but he will still be in the feature, still have a shot to grab that title. The guys got at it a little bit at the end of that one. We'll see if the next heat picks up where these guys left off. So we get ready to grid cars out for heat number 2. Take a look at the Tim Sims starting lineup. On to the pole, the 41 car of Logan Rumsey. On the outside, Justin Lewis in the 77. Second row on the inside, Jason Stinney, the 6 car, and to his outside, in the Fairway Mortgages BS Air Catch Fence Apparel, elbows up Simsport number 85. He's out of Millersburg, Pennsylvania, Tyler Schell. Third row, on the inside, only 5 cars again. It'll be Felix Roy. He'll start shotgun. There he is, pops into the screen. 3 heats of 5 cars. Everybody's going to the feature. They are just racing for their starting spot in that 30-lap season finale. Saw a pretty good one in heat number 1. Those guys got at it a little bit. And your 2 points leaders sharing a little bit of paint, sharing a little bit of rubber. And I'm sure they're talking about that before they prepare for tonight's A main. First of 2 pace laps. Get ready to go green this time out of turn number 4. All right, pace truck in the infield, waiting on a Rumsey and Lewis to get us going here, right in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Rumsey picks up the pace, gets fully into the gas. He'll have the lead down the front stretch. Tyler Schell second on the outside. Lewis is third on the inside. Here comes Felix Roy. Threw it in deep in 3 and 4. He's going to come out with 4th right in front of Jason Stinney. Now going to work the bottom, try to take away 3rd. He's got a lot of company right there. 3rd, 4th, and 5th stacked right on top of each other. Oh, car at the front was out of shape. That was Rumsey. And Rumsey's car, problems, but no caution yet. Rumsey's car severely broken. He's going to take that thing into the infield. Leaders coming around. Tyler Schell has it. Felix Roy right behind that. These two. Quarter of a track ahead of Justin Lewis, who's in the infield. He'll fall back now. Stinney kept the 6 car going. He is going to be 3rd, but Lewis and Rumsey both out of this one. There's 5 laps to go, and it is all Tyler Schell right now. She is working the 85 car right up on top of the track. 14.955 seconds, excuse me, for his lap times. Coming around to 2 to go. Schell kind of can take it and put it in cruise control right now. He is 1.4 seconds in front of Felix Roy. We'll take a quick look at Jason Stinney. He's about 4 seconds off the lead. He's in the middle of 1 and 2. Roy in 3, Schell in 4. White flag that time. a mere formality to get the 85 car around 2 more corners, and he's going to see checkered flags, win heat number 2 easily. Dragging that right rear, took all the white letters off of it up against the fence there. But Tyler Schell winning heat 2, then Felix Roy, Jason Stinney, and we will go Justin Lewis, Logan Rumsey in that order to finish that one out. So 1 heat left. And the Tim Sims starting lineup looks like this. On the pole, the 71 of Wade Fields. On his outside, Ryan Caldwell in the 4. And it'll be the 21. That's a School of Sim Racing. Elbows Up Sim Sports numbered car there. He's out of Troy, Ohio. It's Bruce Klingen behind the wheel. And then Zach Janes, the 7 on the outside of him. And shotgun, going to be the 14 of Jake Erickson. So 5 more cars. We're used to seeing that 21 machine with a wing on the top of it. Looks exactly the same when he's got the wing on it. Wow. So final heat race. I think these guys will get ready to move towards the feature here. I'm not sure if we're going to do any warm-up in between or not, but if we do, we'll throw a shout out, maybe pay a bill, and then get ready to knock this thing out, get season finale under our belts, and crown a champion. The Hoosier Open Wheel Series. Throttle on the floor, green flag in the air, and Wade Fields right out to the front. Here comes Klingen on the bottom trying to grab second. Looks like he will do so down the backstretch. Caldwell slid up high, kind of got that 4 car out of shape. He's going to fight back out of turn number forward. It will be Klingen in second behind Fields, then Caldwell, Janes, and Erickson. Now, Klingen making a bid for the lead, threw it in deep, had to check it down. Fields is able to hang on to it. Klingen making forward progress. Just got to find some bite to get up off the corner. Going to throw it in there deep this time. Will he slide all the way out? He does not. He leaves the top open, but he's closer, almost dead even at the line that time. 5 to go when they came by. Now Klingen had the lead coming out of 2. Fields comes back right at him. Klingen, can he cut under? Not this time. It's a good battle at the front. Third, Ryan Caldwell right in the middle of this, and he's working the top side trying to keep the momentum up. He may be watching what the guys in front of him are doing. He may need to think a little bit about moving down, as there was a great slider with a crossover. Fields and Klingen. That time, Fields deep into 1 and 2, and he opens up the gap. Takes it up closer to the top. Here comes Caldwell. 2 to go that time, and Klingen right back after Fields. Doesn't take it up there and slam the door on Fields. Did make some inroads. Now takes it in, has to keep it pinned down on the bottom. White flag for Wade Fields. Klingen going at him again in 1 and 2, brings it up the hill. Tiny bit of contact. Down to 3 and 4, and that time Fields got pinned in tight on the bottom. Klingen did. Fields pinned him in there tight. And Wade Fields picks up the win. Bruce Klingen second, Ryan Caldwell, Zach Janes, and Jake Erickson. So, heat racing has ended. We will have a consolation race. Maybe these guys just racing for their starting positions. But it will be Shazinski and Lewis in row number 1. Then Janes and LeMay in row 2. Rumsey and Erickson in row 3. And it's only 6 cars. I don't think Jake Erickson is making the call here. He's having some troubles. We're just waiting for Justin Lewis to get out here. may end up with 4 cars in this thing. Still waiting on Justin Lewis and Jake Erickson. Neither car making their way out here. 12 laps to distance. Oh, don't do that. So rolling away 4 cars. 12 laps. A lot of extra practice for these guys, which will be good for the feature. Straczynski's car blinking just a little bit. All right, lights off on the pace trucker. Ready to go green. 12 laps the distance. You can see that 23 car blinking just a little bit. Hopefully that will settle down once the green flag falls. We see that a lot here in iRacing with cars that, for whatever reason, under caution periods tend to blink.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Straczynski checked it down just a little bit in 1 and 2. And that is going to let Greg LeMay fly by on the top side in 3 and 4. Now with the blink again from Straczynski, he comes through second. Zach Janes had him on the bottom, got the car out of shape, but grabs it back. Rumsey goes to second in the process of all of that exchange in 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, excuse me. Straczynski blinking bad. He's taking the car to the infield, maybe going to try to get that connection issue fixed. But your 3 front runners right here in this B main: Greg LeMay, Logan Rumsey, Zach Janes. LeMay needing to transfer to the feature for sure. Can't have the points leader sitting out on championship night. Kind of watching. Oh, Rumsey found a little fence. He's going to be able to hold the car underneath him, but he gives up second to Zach James while he was trying to keep that right rear from beating the outside wall in turn number 1 down. It opens up the gap for LeMay over 0.6 of a second. Watching Greg LeMay right here. Coming down 5 to go. Oh, and Greg LeMay with a giant mistake. Huge mistake right there. Go back and watch LeMay. This a big mistake down the front stretch, all by himself. Bumps the fence, gets kind of pulled into it, and then open wheels just do not play well with all that concrete. And as crazy as it sounds, we got 1 car completing the last 3 laps. Zach Janes, the only running car on the track. Finish out this B main. LeMay and Rumsey both with problems, and they will find themselves starting at the back of the feature tonight for sure. But James will take the white flag 1 more time around for him. Valuable track time right here. Here comes the checkered flag. B-Main is over. Zach Janes wins it. And then the finishing order will be LeMay second, Rumsey third, Straczynski fourth, Lewis and Erickson are rounding it out. The driver's going to partake of the warm-up real quick. Let's pay a bill or two here real fast. We'll be right back. All right, back to it. Driver's kind of working the track down a little bit. Greg LeMay, quickest in the session once again. LeMay going to have to start deep in this field. So we'll see if the points leader can come home tonight, pick up the hardware. Driver's trying to work the track in, get everything pressed down nice and even. A whole lot of contact in whatever that was. Session should be winding down here pretty quick, and these guys will get lined up. Season finale. 30 laps to determine the champion. Do not forget to tune in tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, Hales Corner Speedway Sim Series. Street stocks back on the menu for tomorrow night. Be about round number 7, I believe, for those guys. Big long season for them. Some 20 weeks, 24 weeks. They're going clear till April. Two divisions alternating back and forth. That and the pro late models. They go 1 week with the street stocks and then come back to that track the next week and run the pro lates. I know DSRL, they're working on schedules right now and maybe rearranging a few series, adding a couple. They've been talking about doing something wingless or midget to go with their 360s on Monday night, and then on Wednesday nights keeping the big blocks in place and also adding some kind of a late model division, possibly doing double headers. So we'll announce all that for them once they got it all figured out and ready to go. But it is time for the season finale, our 30-lap feature, Hoosier Open Wheel Series. And we will get down here and get ready to run it through our Tim Sims starting lineup. It's going to be Vinny Sansone and Tyler Schell on the front row tonight. Wade Fields and Skylar Brown in row 2. Felix Roy and Bruce Klingen. In your third row, your fourth row, Trevor Royer and Jason Stinney. Then it'll be Ryan Caldwell and Zach Janes in the fifth row. The sixth row, Greg LeMay. Your points leader is going to start right there, 11th. And he'll start next to Logan Rumsey. Straczynski and Lewis in the seventh row. And on the back, supposed to be Jake Erickson. All right, now I do not see Straczynski. I do not see Erickson. I do see 11. 13. I see 13 of our 15 scheduled cars. And that looks like what we're going to roll off with is just 13 cars tonight. So, 30 laps on a 4/10 of a mile. Oh, well, technical difficulties for the 23 car of Alex Straczynski. He has been blinded by no light. Apparently his VR has quit working. And you can't race in the dark. That's very dangerous anyway. I have played very little with these, but I have found that I like Lernerville with these wing cars too, as long as you don't hang the right rear completely over the cushion up there. But it is time to go green. Sansone on the throttle. He gets a great jump. Schell goes to the top side, looking at Wade Fields right here. Fields is going to stick himself in there in third. Now makes a move for second. Almost 3 wide through 3 and 4, and Fields right through the middle of the track, and he's holding serve with Tyler Schell, who's running that cushion. You can see that looks like Trevor Royer up there in the fourth. Bruce Klingen, Skylar Brown behind that, but Sansone setting sail on these guys. He's already got 7-8 car lengths. The battle's still raging. Second through fourth and fifth and sixth all the way back. Oh, there's Skylar Brown lost a car, 360s. Hammers the outside fence. He's going to keep it facing forward, but I'm sure that car heavily damaged. I don't know what a factor he will be. Let's go look at your points leader. He's up tonight, 3 wide, almost 4 wide down the backstretch. Threads the needle. Big contact. Schell LeMay is in this.
All right, man.
And we got our first caution. So let's get down here just a little closer. Tyler Schell was in behind Fields. They got down the corner. That was a 6 of Stenhe that flew in there, and he got into Schell, flips him around. Looks like the front end of LeMay's car heavily damaged. So we'll try to get a look and see. It looks like the nose piece off that 99 car is missing. But LeMay still going to get out there, give it a ride, and see what happens. So wait for things to kind of sort through. It looks like Sansone and Royer are 1 and 2. Klingen is third. Stinney is fourth. Caldwell. Rumsey. Roy. Working on back. I know LeMay is right in the middle of that. Couple of cars off the track. Still Erickson, Straczynski, and now Tyler Schell joins them as we get ready to go back to green. Oh, car out of shape, went right to the back. Is that Wade Field? No, it is not. I'm not sure who. Zach Janes. Zach Janes's car got out of shape. No, I'm not sure now who got it. Somebody got out of shape. Got way. It was Zach Janes. That's who got out of shape. He fell way to the back there. Right off the start, looked like he spun the tires and the car jumped to the left on him. It looked like maybe Trevor Royer going to run up here and make a bid to try to get the lead away from Vinny Sansone. He's working the bottom side. Sansone working the middle. And Royer had made up some ground the last lap. Now goes up to the same line. He's going to fall right in behind. Klingon is still third. Then Stinney is fourth. Here comes Caldwell. It's Ryan Caldwell, the 4-car. Rumsey threw a slider in there and didn't get it to stick, but he holds on, clips the left front over to the barrier. Now gets run over from behind. Here's your points leader in trouble again as he got in the back of Felix Roy. So LeMay struggling back at about 9th, and Trevor Royer sitting up here running in the second spot. Maybe. Let's see Holtmeyer in there saying something about revved up like a deuce. He could have been. Easily could have been. Royer got a good run out of 2. Closed the gap about 2 car lengths right there. Sansone just running a great line. He's running that weird 3 and 4 line. You kind of got to run here at Charlotte. Go in the middle, let it drift to the top, and come out right up there against the wall in 3 and 4.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution
is out. Caution again this time. Looks like the 91 car of Felix Roy upside down. See, this is 3 and 4. Right before this happens, Skylar Brown was right behind him right there. Oh, Roy got in there. That was Rumsey got out of shape, and when they tapped, he gets kind of bumped around a little bit. Was that Lewis? Yeah, that was Justin Lewis that bumped Felix around, but they ended up landing on all fours, and he's going to be able to get away again. We'll keep a look at LeMay's car. And miraculously, the nose piece back on the 99. Maybe he took it in because he's now at the back of the group. So maybe he took it in and they slapped a new one on there for him. So still Sansone and Royer 1-2. Then Klingon, Stinney, Caldwell, Rumsey, Brown, Fields, Janes, Roy, Lewis, and LeMay. 12 of our 13 cars still on track. Not quite to halfway. 12 completed. 18 to go. Pace truck in. Ready to go green one more time. It has been all Sansone since we dropped it originally, and it'll be him again with a great jump on Royer on this restart. Klingon hanging tough in the third, at least for the time being, but Stinney's taking a peek down the inside. He is going to try to take third away here in 3 and 4, just not quite enough bite. Klingon got there by about half a car. Oh, car way down low. I don't know. That was Rumsey that cut across the grass. Almost caught the implement tire down in 1 and 2. He is hanging that left front in there over the grass. Big slider line. Had to pin it down. He's going to almost got into Skylar Brown that time. I think Rumsey might have had enough of this, and he just pulled the ripcord, ejected himself out of here, because the 41 car is MIA. Meanwhile, at the front, what happened to our leader, Vinny Sansone, back to fourth? He must have got out of shape while we were watching all that, because 3 cars have gotten around him, and your new leader is the 90 machine of Trevor Royer.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And caution. I'm going to have a hard time understand in this one, I think. But Greg LeMay seems to be in yet another scrape on championship night. Oh, well, that happened in front of him, and that was Wade Fields and Skylar Brown, and he goes around 360 style. And so he is going to end up going to the back of this field one more time. So Trevor Royer has picked up the lead here just at the halfway point. Lights should be off on that pace truck right there. Looks like they are. He'll cut the hard left right here. We'll get ready to go back to green. Just waiting on Trevor Royer to find the loud pedal. Right there in the middle of the corner, he does. Big jump for Royer as he finds a way to get down to the bottom, find a little grip, and he extends that out to about 15 car lengths, maybe more, over Bruce Klingon. Stenny still in third. Here comes Sansone trying to work back. He led the first half of this thing. Bobble while we were looking. Oh, I'm going to tell you, Greg LeMay was in another one. This was with Skylar Brown. And I think LeMay's car might be finished. He just took that thing straight to the infield right there. So we may have to wait for the official results at the end to find out who the champ is. But right now, the guy that was second, and here comes a caution again. Cars got way out of shape down here in 1 and 2. I don't know if it was Klingon or not, but it was right in this group right here. Right in the middle of the corner. Klingon got a little out of shape, but Stenny checked up. I don't think Sansone hit anywhere to go, and he bumped the 6th car of Stenny, and around he went. Zach Janes ends up having to go and have his car checked out in the infield. So still 10 cars on track. Zach Janes back here. The last of those. LeMay, Rumsey, Shell, Scherzinski, and Erickson. All out of this one. Meanwhile, Trevor Royer, second in the points, coming at 28 markers back. Now leading in the season finale. Right at 11 laps to go. So green flag back in the air, and another great start from the guy on the point. That's Trevor Royer. Opens up a big lead on Klingon. Sansone up to third. Wade Fields in fourth as they come out of turn 2 into turn 3. Sansone got out of shape going in. Fields takes advantage of that. Those two swap positions. So now Fields is third. Sansone is in fourth. Trevor Royer starting to gap the field. He's already out to 0.8 of a second. Almost a full second now out of turn number 4. Down to 9 to go. Royer, Klingon, we got another pile up. I think Caldwell is part of this one. That looks like Vinny Sansone's car. Tumbling. Three and 4 right here. They were almost 4 wide for a second. Roy is on the bottom. Oh, a little pump from behind. That was Caldwell getting into the back of Sansone going in the corner. And it looks like both cars going to be possibly done. I'm going to see if Caldwell looks like he's back. He's rolling around, so just kind of messed up the front of that one. Now goes to the infield to have a look and see. So getting a little rough and tumble towards the end. Still, Royer, Klingon, and Fields the top three. Caldwell rejoining the fray. 9 cars still on the track. All right, pace truck. Hard left into the infield. 8 laps to go. Find out who the champion's going to be in 8 laps. And right now, Trevor Royer with a great jump. He goes back to the point with a big lead. Wade Fields with a big slide job in 1 and 2 across the nose of Klingon. Klingon trying to cross him back over. These two going out, and that time Fields bumped the outside fence. He is in position number 2 now. Fields down on the inside. Hanging on to third. These three have broken away from Felix Roy in the 4th spot. 6 to go. Royer still out in front, but Fields starting to close the gap. Half a second the last time by. Royer trying to hang on, was under 4/10 that time. Now Royer gaps back out down the backstretch. Slider line from Fields, 4 laps to go, and it is still half a second. Klingon starting to close in. Maybe he can challenge for second against Fields. Trevor Royer almost perfect in 3 and 4 along the top side. Good run in 1 and 2. Man, gets that right rear right out to the fence, almost to the exit of the corners. Finding that grip. Maintaining about 0.6 of a second. 2 to go. Battle could be shaping up for third. Stenny starting to put pressure on Klingon. Royer coming out of turn 4. White flag in hand for the starter. He shows it to him one more time around. Fields holding steady, 0.6 of a second. I don't think there's enough time and way too far away for a big haymaker slide job. So Royer will win the season finale. Fields is second, and Bruce Klingon will hang on and bring home third. Now it's going to be a matter of how do the points shake out. And since I'm not sure of the scoring system and knowing that that makes 2 wins apiece, if it updated already, it looks like it updated. And it may not have. We're still waiting for all the points to update, I think. But I know Royer wins the race tonight. So we will definitely chat with our top 3. I am going to wait and see if these points have updated. If they did, Greg LeMay is still the champ. But we are going to give these guys a second here. We'll see if Bruce Klingon makes it into. Well, there's Trevor Royer. Well, let's see if we can talk to Trevor. There's Bruce Klingon. He finished third. We'll talk to Bruce first. Don't have the power to move those guys around. All right, let's move in here with him. Bruce Klingon, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, you kept the 21 car fairly clean. A couple little contacts here and there, but man, you come home on the podium tonight. How tough was the feature?
This track for me is always a bear. It's one that doesn't matter how much I practice on it. When it comes feature time, I'm a fish out of water. So I'm super excited to not only finish up front, but to be competitive. I mean, I don't think, except for those last couple of restarts, I don't think Trevor got away from me, and we could have easily had a battle with Wade there. I felt like I was competitive with everybody, and that's something that I don't always feel like at this track. So that's exciting to me.
Well, popping the wing off of it, and basically we call it running topless. It's got to change things a little bit. I'm used to seeing you with the wing on that car. This track, tough enough when you got the wing on. How much tougher does it make it when you pull the wing off the top of the car?
Honestly, for me, I would rather it be wingless. These are my cars. These are the cars that I try to spend the most amount of time in, and it's just limited opportunities to race around good guys. So, it's this league and NARC and maybe a couple others that pop up here and there are really those good opportunities. And if I had more of them, I might run less wing sprint car.
Well, I know a couple of series that have been talking about adding a wingless deal, so if they do, I would definitely pass that info along to you, buddy. Great run tonight. You're on the podium. Some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate.
Yeah, always, School of Sim Racing, Tommy, my partner over there. I think we have some really awesome stuff going on, talking about growing the wing community or the non-wing community. Right now in the month of December, we're trying to take people who haven't run the wing car or the non-wing cars and running with them on Thursday nights. Just kind of a big open practice, ask questions, see what other guys are doing. Lots of people are sharing their screens, sharing their inputs, giving people feedback, stuff like that. So if you're interested in trying to learn these cars, check School Sim Racing out. We're great. And then, all the Elbows Up partners, Flow Racing, Anderson Speedway Motorsports B, Jessup Logistics, Paints by Tuna Can, Herget Real Estate Group, ES Air, Over the Wall, Photography, Catch Fence Apparel, Roofco, Fairway Independent Mortgage Company. I mean, all those guys just help keep us competitive week in and week out.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on a great run, and I look forward to seeing you in more sprint cars across the board. I don't care if they got the top on or not.
Thanks a lot, Roger.
Your third place finisher, Bruce Klingon. Do not have Wade Fields. I know he is over at the Hillbilly High Ranks. Probably doesn't have.
I'm good.
Oh, you are here. Okay. Well, I wasn't sure because that was muted, so I wasn't positive. But, man, a great run for you tonight. Here you come home second. You were really trying to chase down that 90 car, just not enough laps.
Yeah, I felt like I had his rhythm at one point, and one small mistake, and if you do that against him, it'll make you pay every time. It's not very often that I get to run up front. This league, it keeps you real humble. A lot of pros and pro-level guys, former non-wing pros, so finish on the podium feels good, especially for stepping on it early.
Yeah, it looked like you had that thing pointed in the right direction early in the night, and then, I don't know, you want to call it, things went sideways, which is, par for the course, but a fantastic run nonetheless. This series, season finale, when do you think you're going to kick back off for those that want to come and join the racing festivities?
It's been a invite league. I know a lot more. Tonight was a little bit of a shallow night, but when we make it earlier in the night, we'll get a lot more new faces, I'm sure.
All right, man. Well, still some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you go celebrate a great season, a great run tonight. And we'll talk real quick before you're done about your season champion.
Yeah, so I'd like to thank my team at Indy Race Parts Esports and School of Sim Racing, and then most important, M-Sims Dirt Track Simulators. I just met him not too long ago at the Eldora Fork Round, and he's a super nice guy, and he just wants to do things for the sim racing guys, always putting up little events, fighting for a little bit of money or whatever, help broadcasting things. So I really can't thank that guy enough. It's really freaking cool.
All right, fantastic. Glad to see Tim getting involved in more stuff. Been dealing with him for a very long time, and he is great for the community. But it looks like if your points on your iRacing page are official, that Greg LeMay did hang on to win the title. It kind of looked like all he needed to do was start the race tonight. He picks it up by 23 points. Is that official?
Yeah, I had trouble hearing you there at the end. I'm sorry. I heard, Greg. You say Greg won it.
It shows 23 points here. I didn't know maybe he just needed to start the race or not, but if those points are official, he is the champion. I was just double checking before we announce it.
Yeah, there's a good chance them are official. I have to double check, make sure iRacing's flowing all the way through.
Well, we'll send out congrats to him, and we'll thank you for chatting with us there. Great run tonight. We'll look forward to seeing you more often.
Thanks for doing this so short notice, Roger.
Not a problem. Let's move on to tonight's winner. As Trevor Roy. We don't get to talk to him a lot. I don't see him as often as I would like to in servers. But Trevor, you there, buddy?
Yep, I'm here, Roger.
Well, man, great run for you tonight. Picked up the lead at about halfway and really never got a challenge. 90 car without a wing on it. Something I don't see very often, but you did an awesome job tonight, man. How was your feature?
I appreciate it, Roger. Yeah, it was good. I started 7th, and starting the inside there, I just figured I'd run the bottom, and it got me up to 2nd. I was pretty surprised by that, and then bottom started going away and kind of changed up my line a little bit, and Vinny about half spawn coming out of 2 there, and I was able to squeeze around the outside of him, and then just pretty much counting laps down to 30 there, and a couple yellows that I really didn't want to see. Kind of wanted to stay in a rhythm. Bruce, awesome run. He was pretty fast. I couldn't really get away from him, and then when Wade got the 2nd, he stayed pretty close to me too. So happy to get the season finale win. Came up a little bit short on points, it looks like. Greg had a really good season, real consistent, and congrats to him on the championship.
Well, still an awesome run nonetheless, and like I said, I'm used to seeing you with the wing on it, and it looks like you're very proficient. What is the difference in your style when you crawl in a car without the wing on it versus when you do have the wing on top?
You can let the back end hang out a little more. Not too much. Obviously, there's still a certain angle you want to be at, but it's more throttle control. The slicks feels a lot more slick than in the wing car. I prefer the non-wing car, honestly. They're a lot more fun, a lot more racy, in my opinion. Nothing against the wing car. I'm from PA, so I love my wing racing, but there's something about the non-wing car that just takes a little bit more driver, I think.
Well, you stole my next question right out from under me. I was getting ready to tell you I'm going to hold your feet to the fire and ask you, which one do you like doing better, with or without? And you went right on ahead and answered it. But a great run tonight, man. I'm sure you got some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you celebrate a season finale victory.
Yeah, my team, Black Diamond Motorsports, 19 Designs, Ultimate Dirt TV, Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. I know like a couple guys were over at his place tonight. Wade raced there at the Hillbilly High Banks tonight, and had a really good run, so that's pretty cool. You, of course, Roger, for doing this broadcast last second. It was about 5 minutes before the server was about to open that I heard that you were doing the broadcast, which was pretty cool. Dirt Racing Network, I always love your commentary. You do a really good job. Wade, for putting this league on for all of us non-wing lovers. Really good fields all year. A lot of pro guys and real tough competition. 10 races. I'd like to say I'm pretty decent, and non-win car. I was only able to manage 2 wins this year. So, everybody watching, thanks for tuning in, and hope we put on a good show for everybody.
All right. Well, congrats again. We look forward to seeing you back in all of the different sprint cars as everybody gets their seasons kicked back off in 2022. But congrats tonight for sure, buddy.
Hey, thanks, Roger. Appreciate it.
All right. That is going to do it for us tonight. Let's check the results before we get out of here, because it was a smaller field. Only had 15 starters. Royer wins it. Fields was second. Klingham was third. Then Stenny fourth. Felix Roy in fifth. Zach Janes was sixth. Ryan Caldwell in the seventh spot. Justin Lewis was eighth. Ninth to Skylar Brown. Vinny Sansone 10th. Led a little bit of this race. Had some problems. And once he had one problem, it compounded itself. And Vinny ends up finishing right on the cusp of 10th with a damaged car. Greg LeMay came in with the points lead. Looked like he just had it to start. And that was all he needed to do. And he did start the feature. So he picks up the championship. But he finishes 11th tonight. Logan Rumsey, 12th. Tyler Shell, 13th. Alex Jasinski was 14th. And Jake Erickson rounded out the field. Another weekend in the books. We start fresh tomorrow night. Hills Corner Speedway. Street Stocks on tap. Round number 7 of those guys. Be sure you tune in. That's at 8 o'clock Eastern. Live right here. I will be back with you. Last second broadcast was a lot of fun. I like to watch the non-wing guys. These guys did a great job. Hopefully their next season will go as smoothly for them. Big shout out to Tim and the guys at the Hillbilly High Banks. Short notice. I hope the show was good for you. I'll be talking to you guys very soon. Before myself and Dominic Santina right here at the Dirt Racing Network. Guys, keep it dirty till we see you.